Welcome, everybody. This is Tony Porter at Cards and Dice TV, and we are 1984. It is the Mets at Houston. Mike Scott versus, I believe it is Terrell. And let's get started. Now we're joining the action in the top of the fourth inning. It's 2-0 Astros. Terry Poole hit a home run in the second inning, and then it was a run scored on a ground ball. I think it was bases loaded or first and third, that sort of thing. So it's 2-0, top of the fourth, and it's Mike Scott versus Hubie Brooks. Let's see who else. It's going to be Brooks, Heap, or Junior Ortiz. All right, we're going to throw 2d6. Start with the pitcher. The black goes on the pitcher. That's a 1, and the 6 goes on the batter. That's a 3. So that's column 5, and we look for a 3. What is the result of that? It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Bounce to third, walling up with it, fires to first, low throw, scooped out by Knight. And I'll tell you, the Houston Astros infield, Knight at first, Doran at second, Thon at short, and Walling at third. In the outfield, from left to right, it's Cruz, Mumphrey, and Poole. Behind the plate is Ashby. On the mound is Mike Scott, former Met, by the way. Real depressing. All right, playing Replay Baseball Classic. Classic cards, gorgeous font. Love that font. All right, it's a 4. That's going to be a fielding result, and a 2 is going to be a 1. That 2 means it's going to, with the column field back, the 2 is a second base. And he's a 3, so that's a 4 altogether. And that's just a bouncer to second. Let me just make sure Doran is a yeah, he's a 2, so that's just a bouncer to second. A 2 down. Game plays pretty quickly. It does have the pitcher-batter interaction. Beautiful classic cards. And that's a 1-5, so that's the first column is a 2, and the 5 is going to be a 7 on column 1, and that is going to be a pop-up. Middle of the infield, Thon and Doran, and it's Doran makes the catch to retire the side. So the Mets go down 1-2-3, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. All right, here's Terrell versus Jerry Mumphrey. Here's a pitch, and that's a 2. 2 is a 2, and a 5 is a 52. 52, column 2. See what that's going to turn out to be. It's going to be a ground ball to the right side, and that's picked up by the second baseman, Bachman. Bachman over to first. Hernandez with a nice stretch. That's 1 down, and for the infield for the Mets is Hernandez, Bachman. From first base to third, Hernandez, Bachman, Okendo at short, and Hubie Brooks at third. In the outfield from left to right, it's Foster, Strawberry, and Heap. That's right, Strawberry was playing center field in '84 for a little while at least. And behind the plate is Junior Ortiz, and on the mound is Walt Terrell. All right, here's Ray Knight. 1 down, nobody on. And it's a 3. That's a 3, and a 1 is going to be a 7. 3, 7. That's line to left. Played on a hop by Foster, gets it in, so it's Knight with a single. Stolen bases happen automatically, so don't have to worry about that. Walling, you can still call your own if you choose. It's going to be a 2-2, that's a 2, and it's going to be a 13 on column 2, and that's going to be a base hit to center field. Runner advances 1 base, unless there's 2 outs, and there's only 1 out. So it's runners on first and second here. And Walling, Terrell is a 7, so you can go 7 complete. And here is Ashby with runners on first and second here in the bottom of the fourth. You know, I'm thinking of bunting. And to bunt, you're going to look down here, actually. Let me see. I mean, I've done bunting wrong the other day. Let's try another bunt. You know, I'm not a, let's see, a sacrifice. All right. So a sacrifice, you roll 1 die only. The pitcher is always in. We're going to play an even. The infield's in on even. So the infield's going to be playing in. And all right, so let's do that. Oh, so it's a 1. And we're going to look here. 3, and a 3 is going to be a fielder's choice. Okay. So I did that right this time. I think on my last video I screwed that up. I don't pay much attention to those things. I don't bunt very often. But I believe that's it. It's a fielder's choice, and that will be to, I guess, what do we roll? A 2 before for the first baseman? 3-6. Back up. Let's do a 3. Let's go to second on that. Lead runner out. Batter safe at first base. Runner other runners advance. So could we get the guy at third is a question. Not sure about that. So I'm going to just say that we do get the guy at third. So it's going to be a 3-5, fielder's choice. Ground ball. 3-5, runner out at third. No, wait a second. Hold on a second here. All right, let's try that again. G, and it's going to be out at third, so it's going to be a 3-5, safe. Runner on batter, first base, and third base is going to be out. You know what? We're going to put him out there. And he's going to be safe, and he goes to second. We got it now. So it's going to be first and second. No, because it gave me 2 outs there. Gave me 2 outs, and I don't want 2 outs. Oh, wait a second. There's 2 outs with Ashby up. It was a ground out, a single, and a single. No, there shouldn't be 2 outs. Yeah, there's 1 out. Okay, I see what's going on. All right, so we're going to try it again. Ground out. And it's going to be a 3-2-5. So runner at third is out. Runner at second is safe. Runner at first is safe. There you go. Oh, got it. All right, here's Mike Scott, the pitcher. And now I'm thinking with Scott batting next, why did I bunt? Well, he could still come up with a hit. All right, here goes. And that's a 5. Is going to be a 2. And then a column 5, which is a 34 on column 5. And that, I believe, is a strikeout. And let's double check that. And the 34 is a strikeout. And that retires the side. So Ashby must have missed the sign. We took the bunt sign off, and he didn't read it. And he bunted, and it didn't work out for us. All right. So it's going to be the leadoff hitter, Terrell, up against Mike Scott. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 2-0 Astros. And it's a 5, which is a 1, and a 3 is a 2. 3-2. And that's going to be some sort of an out. It's going to be a ground ball to first. Oh, out of first, ground ball. Wait, that's why column 4. Got to go column 3. A short fly out to center field. Oh, short fly out to center field. That's right. So Terrell pops one up, shallow center. Racing in is Mumphrey. He gets there, 1 away. And it's a 3, so that's a 5. And 67. Wow, that's pretty high. 67. That is a 62 plus the 5. That's going to be a 67 column 3. And it does go that high. Line drive single, base hit. Holy smokes. So Bachman lines one to center, and he's on there, on at first. He's always a threat to steal. But I'm not calling my own steals yet. Not doing that yet. Just kind of playing straight up. We're not going to bunt here. We're down by 2, so we're going to hit away. Let's try a hit and run. It's got a hit and run number there. And let's try a hit and run. This is the early 80s, so hit and run right here. We're going to read off this 1 die. So 2, that's a 33, and a 33 is going to be a lead runner picked off base by the pitcher. Holy smokes. So Scott turns around, fires tonight, and they sneak in behind Bachman with the tag, and he is out on a pickoff. Wow. All right, so let's get the pickoff at first base. 2 out now, and here's a Kendo. And that is a 3, which is a 5, and then a 4 is a 19. So that's going to be a 24, column 3, 24. A 5 and a 19 is a 24, according to my math teacher. And that is going to be a fly ball to left. Over his cruise near the line, and he runs it down to retire the side. We're at the bottom of the 5th. We're playing Fall Classic. We're playing Replay Classic baseball, excuse me. Play a lot of games. Sometimes they're going to move jumbled in my brain. Good game here, 2-0 Astros. Mike Scott is pitching a doozy. I like that word. That's going to be my new word, a doozy. It's not clear exactly. You can always say that person is a doozy. What does that mean? You know, it's not very clear. I like that kind of word. All right, keep people thinking and wondering. It's a 4. That's a fielding 5, and that's going to be the 5 is bounced to somebody, and it's bounced to shortstop. Yeah, shortstop's a 3 or 4. That's going to be an out. So it's Kendo throws out Doran. And next is Terry Poole, who's homered today. And that is a 4. Again, another fielding result. And that is a 2 is going to be second baseman. That's going to be second. That's going to be bounced to second. Bachman bobbles for second, fires the first in time, 2 down. So Mets have pretty good fielding. Here's Dickie Thon. This is the extra player cards I used. It's a 5, it's a 2, and a 1 is an 11. Column 5, 11. I believe that's a base on balls. And it's a hit by pitch. Oh, ouch. So Thon trots down to first. And he's not rubbing it. So he's on at first. Next is Jose Cruz. And that's a 5 again, a 2. And a 3 is going to be a 6 on 5. And I believe that's going to be a base on balls. And it is going to be a base on balls. And then we got a D. And let's see what the D says. On base, D says, oh, stolen base, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you could do that if all base runners have a designed base running chart for as a pitcher stealing additional for managers who prefer the stolen base attempt manually. It also comes into play. All base runners have an alphabetical rating. Roll 1 die referred to number appropriate. Stolen base. I got a guy at second base. I don't know if I could roll 1 die refer to. Okay, with a lead runner on second base, repeat the above procedure, but drop down 2 columns for the final result. If the play result is a stolen base and there is also a runner on first, it is a double steal. Not sure how to do this, so I don't know if that you would steal with the guy at second base when it's the guy on first base who has the letter. So that's one of those questions that I'm going to just choose not to do all that. And here comes Mumphrey with 2 outs and 2 on. So this is a big pitch by Wally Terrell. See if we can get out of this inning. We're at the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Astros. We don't want another 5 again. We don't need 3 5s in a row. We don't need that. That's a 2, and that's going to be a 3. We get lucky this time because that's going to be bounced. Column 5, it's going to be a bouncer to somebody. It's going to be a bouncer to the third baseman. Brooks steps on the bag, and that retires the side. All right, we go to the top of the 6th inning. So Terrell can go 7. And let's see. And Mike Scott can go 6 complete. So, and after that, he hasn't given up a run, so he can stay as an A pitcher. But his card will be flipped to a B pitcher if he completes his 6 and he has given up a run, but he hasn't, so he will stay on his A side. It's going to be Keith Hernandez. What has Keith Hernandez done today? Let's take a quick peek. Keith Hernandez today is, oh, he's walked twice. And he walked 3 times in the first game of the series. And that's a 1-4. So it's a 1 is a 2, and a 4 is a 3. That's a strikeout. So he swings and misses. And that's something he doesn't do very often. Next is George Foster. Got good power. That's a 2. It's a 2, and a 4 is going to be an 18 on 2. 18 on 2. You got a 2 and a 16. That's an 18 on 2, and it's a fly ball to left. And the gap is Cruz, and Cruz runs it down for out number 2. 2-0 Astros playing replay baseball classic because this is the 2 dice version with the old cards and the old rule book. Darryl Strawberry hit a home run in the first game of the series. That's a 3. That's a 5, and it's going to be a 16. Column 3, 16, and that is a drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders, roll to the wall, digging for second, and with a big turn going for third. And here's the throw to third, and with 2 out, the right fielder or center fielder, a 5 defensively, scored out a double, batter out at third. Let's see, right fielder or center fielder. A triple to right center field. Let's see if either of those guys are 5s. Is Poole or Mumphrey a 5 in the outfield? Poole is a 4. He's a 4, and Mumphrey is a 4 as well. They're both 4s. So no 5s. So it's going to be a triple for Strawberry, a 2-out triple. And here comes Hubie Brooks. Infield's back here. Let's do that again. All right, it's a 2. That's a 2, and a 3 is a 52. 52, column 2. All right, let's see what happens. See what that's going to be. 52, and it's a ground out to the right side, picked up by Doran. Sidearms at the first, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. This game plays super easy, just so you know. It's easy to follow, easy to learn. I'm going to play like the more modern set. And they also have tall pitcher cards. I got to get those. I want to get those for the sets that I have, so I can play. Actually, I have some modern sets from the set, like sets made now, but they're 70s season sets. And I think on one of them, 1970, I have tall pitcher cards. So I like to use those tall pitcher cards because it's much easier to follow the game and to play it. And then after, when you get a little bit more comfortable with it, you can add on the 6x6 matrix. So Terrell can go another inning. He can go. He's pitching in the bottom of the 6th. He can go complete 7. You see that right there. So let's do this. Here's a pitch to Ray Knight, who singled last time, I believe. That's a 3, which is a 3, and then a 5 is a 6, and a 6 column, and that's a single. Oh no, it's a fly out. It's a nice running catch by Strawberry. It looked like it was going to fall in there, but no. Good play by Darryl Strawberry. Here's Dennis Walling. Yep, let's do that again. Having a lot of these issues. That's a 6, a 3, and a 5 is a 19. Column 6, 19, and that's a fly ball deep right field. Back is Heat, and at the track, he makes the catch. 2 down. 2-0 Astros. Gotta get the little tokens. I'll put that there. And you guys are on base. All right, Alan Ashby. Into a fielder's choice last time. That's a 3, and a 2 is a 44. Column 6, 44. That's an odd number. And that is a line drive to left field, base hit. So a 2-out single for Alan Ashby. He's on at first, and Mike Scott is going to hit. A 4, that's a fielder, and a 5 is a 7. That's going to be to a 5 is going to be the shortstop, I believe. And he picks it up, flips to Bachman for the force, and that retires the side. We're at the top of the 7th now. 2-0 Astros. Mike Scott is still in there pitching his shutout. Mets are no runs, 5 hits, no errors. Houston, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Going to be Danny Heap leading off. And that is a 5. It's a 1. And a 6 is a 3. And a 3 is a ground ball to third base. Walling up with it. Long throw to first. And in time to get Heap hustling down the line. There's Junior Ortiz with a 5-5. It's a 1. It's a 6. That's a base on balls. So you start memorizing some of these results. And pitcher's up. Pitcher's up. And it's a tough one because it is 84. Pitcher's up here, but we need somebody to hit a home run like Rusty Staub. So a pinch, Rusty Staub's going to come in to pinch hit, and then we're going to warm up somebody in the bullpen. So we're going to bring in Rusty Staub to pinch hit, and we're going to put him. We're going to protect him in a sleeve. I'm going to give this game a little bit of play on my channel. I think it's something fair. They put a lot of effort into their games and so on. They have a good organization. And so Rusty Staub is going to pinch hit. We got a slow runner, but he's not the tying run, so we're not going to worry about it. We need Rusty to get a hold of one here and drive it deep. Who do I want to warm up in the bullpen? That's another question. Where's my tall pitcher cards for the Mets? Oh, here they are. All right. So let's see. We'll see. We're going to get a couple of guys warmed up. I'm not sure. I can't read who they are out there. Let's do it. Throw some dice. We need a 6 result. And we got the 6. It's going to be a 1. And a 3 is a 17. That's maybe what the doctor ordered. It's a 17, but I think it's not going to be. It's a deep drive to left field. He gets a hold of one and drives it deep. Back goes Cruz and Mumphrey to the track, to the wall, and Cruz hauls it in. Wow, just missed it. Look at that. Rusty doesn't have any home runs. It would have had to be a 6-6. And then against Scott, it wasn't going to happen. Not against his A side, because that would only been a single. So he didn't have the possibility really of hitting a home run here. Not on a 1, because with the pitcher having a 1, it would push all his 16s. The pitcher would have to have a 0. Let me see what his B side is. No, his B side is actually higher. So it's hard for Rusty to hit a home run, but he drives one deep. And that's out number 2. All right, so here comes Wally Bachman with 2 out and 1 on. And that's a 2, and that's a 2, and a 3 is a 4. That's a strikeout, and that retires the side. So that was exciting there for a second. I thought I had something. But nope. It was not meant to be, as they say. All right. So we're going to get a new pitcher. Let's see, not a Billy Itchen. Let's see who's coming in. It's going to be Doug Sisk. Doug Sisk is coming in. Facing a switch hitter, then a lefty. Oh, 2 lefties. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, nah, it's not going to be Sisk. It's going to be Jesse Orosco. Orosco's coming in. Jesse Orosco is coming in. All right, let's do it. He can go 5. He can go 5. He may be able to go an extra inning, actually. All right, here goes. We'll see what happens. That's a 2. It's a 1. And a 4 is a 50, a 51. And that's bounced out, I believe, on column 2. I believe it's a bounce out to the right side. Yep. So it's picked up by the second baseman, Bachman, and he throws out Doran for out number 1. Next up is Terry Poole. Let's make sure everything is looking good. And Steam yard. Yep, everything's looking good. Bring that down a little bit. All right, do it. It's a 2, it's a 1, and a 4 is a 17, column 2, 17. And that's going to be a strikeout. 2 down. And next up is Dickie Thon. Thon only had 17 at-bats. Had a 353. That's a 2. So 1 and a 67. So a 56. A 56 on column 2. And that there is no 56 on column 2. That's the problem, because I'm using modern cards with the older charts. So that's one of the issues. So I don't know how to. Oh wait, I do have a 55, but it's more than a 55. It's a 56. And I don't have 56 in a column 2. I don't. First 50 on card if result roll higher. So I'm just going to use the 50. I'm going to use the 55, which is the closest number. That's going to be grad app to retire to the side. I'm not going to worry about it. All right. Because those cards are not made for the old sets. They're made for the new sets. The new, if they have a new release that's a 1984 release, then that card would serve that set. And you'd be playing with the new rules, the old. You'd be playing the new rules with the early season of 1984. New cards, new rules. These are old cards, but the extra players are made to serve the newer sets. We have the modern sets that are created now. All right, so that ends the inning. So we're going to bring up the Mets. So Orozco's going to be able to go one more. All right, here's Mike Scott facing Oquendo. Let's do it. Top of the 8th, 2-0. Astros. It's a 1 and a 4 is going to be a 7. A total. A 1 and a 6 is a 7. Column 6, and that is a line drive base hit to center field. So the lead runner is on with a single, and then there's an asterisk. He can try to steal. Let's look at the catcher, Ashby. Ashby is a catcher 3. Let's see the asterisk, what it says. And the asterisk says, a single asterisk reaches safely. The next batter will roll 1 die. If the catcher on the defense rating, catcher's defense rating is a 3. So if it's higher than a 3, okay, it's a stolen base. So let's roll 1. Higher than a 3 is a stolen base. There he goes, and he is safe. So Oquendo steals second base. That keeps us out of the double play. All right. And now it's going to be, who's it going to be? It's going to be Keith Hernandez. Let's do it. There's some action in the bullpen. That's a 42. That's to be a fielder. It's a 19 to the second baseman. Second baseman's a 2, so it's a 21. 21. Infield was back. 21 with the infield back. That's going to be a little ground ball to second base, and Doran just reaches it. He's not going to have any throw, so it's going to be an infield single. That puts runners on first and third. The tying runs are on, and now the go-ahead run is up at the plate in George Foster. And here goes Foster against Scott. Scott has here in the top of the 8th has a shutout going. That's why he's still on his A side. And that's going to be a 5, a 1, and a 3 is an 8. That's a base on balls. That loads up the bases. That loads up the bases, sir. And what do we do now? We're going to leave Scott in there, face Strawberry. Bases loaded, Dow Strawberry, and feels halfway looking for that double play. They'll concede a run. We need a double play. Here's a pitch. And that's a 5. So 1 and a 2. Is it going to be a 33? And that, I believe, is a strikeout, and it is. He swings and misses at a ball outside the zone. So Strawberry, anxious, and swings at a pitch that would have been ball 4. So Brooks now, it feels halfway again. Here goes. And that's a 6. Oh boy. It'll be a grand slam. That's a 1, and a 4 is a 57, which becomes a 58. 58 in column 6. And that is going to be a single over second. Runners advance 1 base. Runner with a speed of 5 scores. So Hernandez doesn't have a, with 2 out, runner 2, 3, 4, 5 score from second. So the game is tied. Mets tie the ball game. A 2-run single by Brooks. And there's runners on first and second now, and that's going to be it for Scott. We're just waiting for, and let's see who's up for the Mets. We're just waiting for him to, trying to get him through. It's a lefty, so, but if we bring in a lefty, let me look what we got. We got a lefty, and he's like the closer, DePino, 2-2. Let's see what DePino's card looks like. Let's see what kind of abilities does he have in terms of staying power and all that. DePino, I say side. We also have Smith. He's another one. It's pretty good. All right, DePino's the closer. So let's bring in, I got Madden, who had 10 relief appearances. I don't know if I have him available. You don't get every player. I may not have him, so I have to be smart about who I bring in. I'm not. Oh, I do have Mike Madden. Mike Madden has a starting and a relief ability. So we're going to bring in Madden, the lefty, to face Heap. All right. And here's a pitch to Danny Heap with the bases, with runners on first and second, only 1 out. And that is a 4-2. So that's going to be a fielding result, and a 2 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman with the infield halfway. It's going to be a double play. There's going to be a double play. It's going to be a 4-6-3. They turn it. It's Dickie Thon to Knight. And game is tied at 2 apiece. So the Mets come up big late in the game here in the top of the 8th. Go to the bottom of the 8th, all tied at 2. Jesse Orozco is still out there for the Mets. He's going to be facing Jose Cruz. How's Cruz doing today? We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cruz is 0 for 2 with a walk. All right, let's do it. Pitch from Orozco. He can go 1 inning because he's got that 8. So you can go this inning, an extra inning. So that's a 4-3, and a 3 is going to be a 17. And a 3 is going to be to the third baseman. Third baseman is Brooks, and a 17 plus whatever Brooks is. Brooks is a 3. That's going to be a 20. That may be an infield in. An infield single, and no, he makes the play, throws to first, and gets his man. Great play by Brooks. I thought that Cruz was going to beat that. I was wrong. Here goes. It's a 6. That's a 3. And a 2. That's a 49. 49, column 6. And that's a line drive to center field. It's a base hit single for Mumphrey. Ropes went to center. Played on a hop by Strawberry, who's out in center field. All right. So it was a 3-4 line drive to left field. So I said it was to center field, but it seems to be to left field. All right. So then it's got a red. It says single, runners advance 1 base. Let's see the little dot. What does the little dot mean? Let's see what that means. It's old charts from like another era, man. Boy, what I wouldn't give to get in that time tunnel and go back there. Ah, okay. This symbol appears throughout the chart book and generally indicates further die roll to finalize. All right. Okay, so let's see. So there's more action here. It's not only a single, but it tells me, let's get a die because we have to roll. It says roll one die against the defense of the left fielder. So it was hit the left center field, and the left fielder is going to get it, not the center fielder, like I said. If the die is not higher, play is held to a single. If the die is higher, it's a double. Okay. So let's look and see. Strawberry. No, we're going to look at the left fielder, and he's a 3. So let's roll, and it is not higher, so he's going to be held to a single. All right, so Mumphrey's on at first with a 1-out single. That's the go-ahead run, and it's Ray Knight. I'm going to try a hit and run again. Hit and run. Let's do it with Knight, and that is a 4, a 21. A 21 is a ground ball into a fielder's choice. Right back to the pitcher. Pitcher turns around, fires it to Kendo to throw to first. Not in time. Fielder's choice, 1-6. All right. So even with the hit and run on, they still get them. All right, here's Dennis Wally. I really like the way they do the hit and run. It's just one die, man. One die with its own little hit and run chart at the bottom here. That's the best way to do it. Here's Denny Wally. And that is a 1, which is a 1, and a 4 is a strikeout. So Walling swings and misses at a Orozco curve, and that retires the side. So Orozco comes in and retires everybody he faces. Oh, well, except for the single. Allows one hit and an inning in the third. And here come the Mets. It's going to be Madden. Still on the mound. He can go 7. He can go 7. So he's only faced, I think, one batter. Let me double check. Using the box score, I can double check that. He's gone one batter, yep. All right, so here's Junior Ortiz. Top of the 9th inning, all tied at 2. Replay classic. It's a fielder's result. Fielder's result, and we just look at a 2. It's a 1 to the second baseman. That's a bouncer to Doran. He charges it, bare hands, fires the first in time. 2 down. Oh, 1 down. And it's the pitcher. Pitcher's up, and we're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Who's that going to be? I'm going to bring in a righty, Garnier. So Ron Gardner, where is he? I'm not finding him. Ah, here he is. Okay, he's going to pinch hit. And here's the pitch from the righty, Mike Madden. Again, it's a similar result, and this is, again, bounce to second base. And easy play for Doran, 2 down. Top of the order now. Wally Bachman. Pitch for Madden. That's a 6, it's a 1, and a 4 is a 7. That is a line drive base hit. To single to center. And now we're going to roll against the catcher. What is Ashby? We said Ashby was a 3, so let's roll. He stole a base before. He stole a base before, and that the rule is with the asterisk is that roll if the die is higher than the catcher's defense rating, it is a stolen base. So we got to beat a 3. Oh, and we don't, so he holds. He doesn't get thrown out. Sometimes they do. Depends on what symbol they have, right? All right, so Okendo's up. 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Madden. And that's a 4-2. I used a different die this time. Again, that's a 5, and that is a bouncer to second base. Three outs. All 3 outs were to the second baseman, Doran, to retire the side. Or the bottom of the ninth. So we got a heck of a game here. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? That's the question. The $1 million question. Who's going to win this game? 1984. Gonna get a new pitcher for the Mets. New pitcher for the Mets. Who's that going to be? Let's see. Who is warming up out there? I'm going to bring in Sisk. Doug Sisk. All right, here's a pitch. It's Ashby. And that's a 3. It's a 1. And a 4 is a 50. 52 plus 1 is 53. Column 3. 53, column 3. And that is going to be a star, which means this other one, column 3 right here. 53, column 3, and that's a driller to the mound. Pitcher may attempt to retire the batter of his choice. Okay, there's only one guy on. Roll one die against the runner's speed. If the die is higher, he is out at fielder's choice. Runner advance one base, if not higher. It says something here. No advance unless force. Okay, pitcher, roll one die against the runner's speed. So it's a driller to the mound. So what we're going to do is we're going to just roll against the runner's speed. Ashby could beat this out. His speed is a 2. So we're going to roll. Here's the blue die. So that's how we're going to play this. We decided we were going to get a 3. Yeah. So it's a 50, column 3, 53. So driller to the mound. Roll one die against the runners. Hold on a second. Let me look at this a little bit more closely. If not higher, does it feel single? Runners advance one base. If the die roll is identical to the runner's batter's speed, one die against the pitcher's small error number. If the die is higher, the batter and runners advance an additional here and pitcher's error. With bases empty, refer to rare play amendment page. See over. Where is it? 58 to 62 rare play. Okay. But we didn't roll 58 to 62, so. Okay. Or batter. All right. Okay. No problem. All right. So that's the one word I couldn't find. So if the roll is higher, if the die is higher, he is out. Okay, he's a 2. See what happens. He's out. All that reason for just a quick out. There you go. Because again, I'm learning this game as I go. I'm just remembering some things that I played this before, but I haven't played this game all that much. So here's the pitcher for the Astros, and we're going to look and see to find. All right, we got the Mets there, and here are the Astros. We're going to bring in a pinch hitter. Man did a heck of a job, and we got a righty going, so we're going to try to bring in Spillman or Reynolds. I don't know if I have either of those guys, Spillman or Reynolds. Yep, I got Spillman. He's a lefty, so he's going to come in and pinch hit. And his name is Harry Spillman. I don't know if you remember him. I got a couple guys warming up. And here's a pitch from Sisk to Harry Spillman in the bottom of the 9th inning with 1 out. That's a 2. It's a 3. And a 6 is a 16. That's a 19 total. 19 in column 2. If you would have told me 3 or 4 years ago that I'd be playing this game, I would have said you're nuts. All that addition, all that adding numbers and this, that, and the other, that was too complicated for me too. But now I push myself. 19, and that's going to be a fly ball, right field over his heat, and he makes the catch. 2 down. So pinch hitter Harry Spillman flies out for out number 2 in the bottom of the 9th. And here comes the leadoff hitter, Doran. There's a pitch from Sisk. So 4, that's going to be a fielder, 17. 17 plus the third baseman. I believe we said he was a 3, right? It was Brooks, and we said he was a 3. Yep, so that's going to be a 20. And we're going to go to infield back. All right, there's nobody on base in the infield back. The 20 is going to be out of first. So he bounces out and to third base, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Doug Sisk here in the bottom of the 9th. We go to the top of the 10th inning. We're going to get a new pitcher coming up. And the new pitcher is going to be, let's see who that's going to be. Got a couple of lefties coming up. We're going to bring in the closer. What's his name? DePino. DePino's coming in. Frank DePino. Now, I'm using Replay Baseball, the PC game, so what I can do is I can just fast forward and get to the next month, and see how, and Replay will sim all the games for me, and then I'll play some select games, and then I'll sim it, I'll fast forward it again, and that way I can get through the season and see how they're doing and experience that season, that 84 season. And I really vaguely remember because I was traveling and studying and working and dating and all these crazy things that you do at that time. So I wasn't really focused like I am now on cards and dice at that time. Anyway, all right. So nobody's on, no out. And leading off is Keith Hernandez. Frank DePino's in there. All right, and that's going to be a 1, which is he's on his B side. Wait a second, that's a mistake. Gotta watch out for that. Watch out for that at home. So it's going to be a 1. Right, a 1 and a 3, and that's a 31 on column 1. And let's see what. And Hernandez walks. Ball 4. Good eye. Fouled off a couple there that were questionable strikes, and he took that one and he walks on down to first. So he's on at first and play base on balls. And here's George Foster. And we're at the top of the 10th, all tied at 2. That's a 3. That's a 3. And a 4 is a 55. Column 3, 55. I think this is going to be a column 355. Oh, that's going to be, again, that same dribbler to the mound, I believe. Column 355 is a dribbler to the mound. So he can go to get Hernandez at second. Hernandez is a 3, or he can get Foster. Both of them are 3. I'm going to go for the guy at second. So DePino's got a little dribbler to DePino, picks it up. He's going to fire to shortstop. And the way that works is if if the die is higher, he is out. So I need a 4, 5, or 6, and he is out at second base. It's a 1-6 fielder's choice. All right, so Foster trades places with Hernandez. And here comes Darryl Strawberry. Oh, that's what we wanted. That's 6. And he's got a 4. Oh, my goodness. Oh, God. Oh, wait. It's a 46. 46 plus a 1 is a 47 on column 6. 47, that's going to be a line drive to center field, a short single. Roll against the center fielder's defensive rating. If the die is not higher, play is held as a single. If the die is higher, it's a triple. All right, so Mumphrey, I believe, is a 3 or a 4, and we roll a 6. So that's going to be a triple. That's going to be the second triple of the game for Strawberry. All runners score. Roll 1 die. If higher than the center fielder's once more, it is an inside the park home run. What? And it is. I believe it is. Let's double check. I think that's an inside the park home run. Mumphrey, is he a 3 or is he a 4? Mumphrey is a 4 range. 4, yeah. He's a 3-arm, 4 range. So that's a tie. Let's see what it says. Roll one die again. If higher than the center fielders once more, it is inside the port. If not higher, batter has to stop at third. All right, so the Mets are up. That's going to score Foster. It's a drive over the center fielder's head. Played off of Karam. Mumphrey turns around. It's going to fire to Thon. Thon, the relay to third, the tag, and he is safe with an RBI, one-out RBI triple for Darryl Strawberry here in the top of the 10th inning off DePino. All right, so the infield's going to be in. And here's the pitch to Hubie Brooks. It's a 5, which is a 3, and a 3 is a 9. And a 9 is going to be a base on balls. Puts runners on first, and we're going to go to the F. And the F may give us a stolen base here. So we're going to roll. And that is a 2, and that's going to be, there goes Brooks to throw down from Ashby, and he is out. So it's going to be a 2-6 caught stealing. I got to learn about this other rule with the lead runner on second base. Repeat the above procedure, but drop down 2 columns for the final result. If the play results in a stolen base, well, I guess it would be a double steal. There's also a runner on first. It is a double steal. Oh, this is if there's only a runner at that's weird. I still don't understand it. Because most of these are singles and then the letter. I guess if it's a double. Oh, this is also if you yeah, okay, all right. I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, so it's gonna be runner on third, 2 out, and here comes Danny Heap. And who's up next? So maybe we walk Heap and face Ortiz. You know what? We're gonna walk the lefty and face the righty. It's an intentional walk. And we're gonna face the righty Ortiz. Not gonna pinch hit for him. Here he goes. And it's a 4, so that's going to be a fielder's 16. A 16 and a 6 with the infield back with 2 outs. Infield is back with 2 outs. It's a 16 and the shortstop, which is Thon. Thon is a shortstop of a 4, so that's going to be a 20. With the infield back, and that is a ball that Thon gets to, flips to Doran, and that retires the side. 6-4, but the Mets have taken a lead here. In the bottom of the 10th, Sisk. And can Sisk go again? I hope he can. Let's see. He can go 6. How many has he gone without going to his B side? Sisk has gone 3, so you can go another 3. Let's see if we can get a 1, 2, 3 inning. So we're gonna have to go to the B side. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Mets are up 3-2. Now let's see who it's going to be for the Astros. The Astros in '86 are going to have a big series with the Mets for that National League Championship Series. What a series that was! Wow, especially the last game, 16-inning game. Should write a book on it, just that game alone. All right, Terry Poole is leading off. Terry Poole today, what has he done? Bottom of the 10th. Mets are up 3-2. Terry Poole today, what has he done? He has singled. He's 1 for 4. Not single, homered, 1 for 4. All right, here's a pitch from Sisk. It's a 1, it's a 3, and a 2 is a 7 on a 1, and that is a pop-up to second base. Bachman, shallow right field, and he's calling for it. Makes the catch, 1 away. So the Mets are 2 outs away from victory. Pull it out. See if we can pull it out. Here's Dickie Thon. That's a 6. That's a 1, and a 2 is a 2. 6-2. And I don't get those very often. And a 6-2 is, oh, that's a deep drive. And that's driven in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders, roll to the wall. Thon around second, digging for third. Here's the throw from Strawberry. And not in time. It is a 1-out triple. A tying run is a third base. That's going to force the Mets to bring the infield in. So Dickie Thon picks up a big clutch triple here. And fields in for Jose Cruz. Another 6, that's a 1, and a 2 is a 47. Hopefully that's a strikeout. A 47 is line drive, base hit. Game is tied. Strokes one to right center field. Game is tied. Cruz is on at first. Roll one die against defensive rating of center fielder. Here we go again. If the die is not higher, it's a 4. Ooh, Strawberry in center field. I think he's a 3. That is going to be higher. Strawberry in center field. He is he's a 4. So that ties it. So, what did we say? It was a 47. So roll one die against the center field. If the die is not higher, play is held to a single. Okay, so it's not higher. All right. So Mumphrey now with Cruz on at first. 1 out single. And we try hit and run. And that's a 3. It's going to be a 2. And a hit and run with a 2 is going to be a ground ball to first. Unassisted. Runner advances. He's in scoring position now. And here's Ray Knight. Who's after Ray Knight? After Ray Knight is D. Walling. All right, we're going to pitch to Ray Knight. Let's do it. 2 outs. Game is tied at 3, but the go-ahead winning run is at second base. So base hit here wins the game for the Astros. That's a 2, which is a 3 result. Oh, and Sisk is tired already. Hold on. Sisk is tired. He is. He's tired, so he's going to be flipped over. We're going to flip him over to his B side. That's not good. So this is now going to be a 5. And a 4 is going to be a 21 on column 2. 21 on column 2 is this is going to get exciting. Is going to be a fly ball to right. The 3, 4, and 5 runner at second base tags up, and I think Cruz is one of those. Cruz is going to be a speed of. It's up on the right-hand corner. Yep, he tags up. He's going to go to third. Oh, no, that was out number 3. That was a third out. All right, so he flies out to right. And now it gets where you have to start making decisions because I don't have a ton of relievers. So, but DePino's still in there. Let's see. DePino can go 5. Let me see how many DePino has gone. DePino may be on his B side as well. DePino has gone 6, so he's on his B side. I remember that. It's tricky to do that. So DePino's on his B side. His fatigue side. And he's facing a pitcher, so we're gonna bring in a pinch hitter. Let's see, who's he gonna be? It's gonna be Wilson, Mookie Wilson. All right, let's do it. And that's a 4, which is a fielder column, and a 2 is a 4. Hit to the second baseman, who I think it's a ground out to Doran for out number 1. So Wilson bounces out. And here's Wally Bachman. We're in the top of the 11th, all tied at 3. That's a 2, which is a 4. And a 4 is a 54. 54 column 2, and that is going to read a ground ball to the right side, picked up by Doran. Sets his feet and throws out Bachman for out number 2. And next is Oquendo. That's a 6, which is a 1. And the 3 is a 17, and that is a deep fly ball to left field. And Cruz is there, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So 3 up, 3 down. And now we're going to go to the new pitcher for the Mets because we have to bring in that pinch hitter. But I got to start slowing up now. Because, as I said, I'm running out of pitchers. There's not a lot of – you don't get everybody, and these are the old days. You know how the old days were. All right, the Mets Ed Lynch is coming in the pitch. Eddie Lynch. We'll keep him in there. He can go 9, so he's more of a long guy. That's good. He'll help us out. So Ed Lynch is long. He's going to be facing Walling. A 6, that's a 3, and a 2, that's a 49. A 649. 649 is going to be a line drive, base hit to center. We're going to roll against the center fielder, who we said was a 4. Could end up being a triple. And we rolled a 4, so it's not. It's going to be held to a single. All right, so here's Ashby with a runner on first. And Ashby's going to bunt. And it's a 2, so it's a 15. Sac play 15, and it's a good sacrifice. Roll 1 die against the fielder's small error rating. If the die is higher, the batter is safe on runners first and second. Okay, so we'll use, with that same die, we'll use, it's going to be the first baseman. First baseman Hernandez. Not going to make a lot of errors. It's probably a 5 over there. Hernandez is a error rating of a 2. So roll 1 die against the fielder's small error rating. If the die is higher, batter is safe at first, and runner takes the extra base as the throw is wild for an error. Oh boy. All right, so he must have made a bunch of errors then, because he has a pretty low number. So Hernandez is a 1 and a 2. So the 2 is the error rating. All right, so let's do it. Let's roll. If it's higher than a 2, then he's going to make an error on a throw. So it is, and runner is going to run at first and safe at first. Runner takes an extra base. Runners take an extra base on a wild throw for an error. All right. So it's a ball that Hernandez gets, turns around, fires past Bachman. So it's going to be a sacrifice and an error. Let's see. Oh, sacrifice. That's a tricky one. So let's see. Let's do this one. So ground out. And he's gonna be safe. He's gonna go to second. The runner's gonna go to third. It's gonna be a bunt. But then there's gonna be an error on the first baseman. It's a tough one. I can't figure out how to create this one. All right. So let's just play this. Let's do it. The only one I got a choice here is a sacrifice hit and error. That's the one I want. Okay, and the error's on the first baseman. But then I got to move the runners over. Okay, but now I got to move the runners over. So how do I do that? I got to put runners on second and third. Trying to figure this one out. All right, I do have a choice for a sacrifice and an error. But runners are going to get an extra base on a wild throw. And I can't do that. Ashby rolled a 2, so that's a 32. Oh no, that's a 15. 15. If I was looking at hit and run column, it's a 15. Good sacrifice plus. So roll one die only. The pitcher is always in. All right. So, and the plus. What does the plus sign again mean? Let me see what that means. The plus sign means the plus sign uses the same procedures with a single asterisk. The following exception: if the die roll is not higher than the catcher's defensive rating, the runner is caught stealing. So there's a plus there. All right, I'm going to just ignore that because I got enough on my plate right here trying to turn this into what it is. Let me see if I can go into detail and do it in detail. We're going to make that a single, not a single. We're going to make it a ground ball. Oh, we're making an error on a bunt. I'm going to move one batter to third, the other one to second. And the error is going to be on the first baseman. And I think I got it. Yep, sacrifice hit. Error on first baseman. All right, so it's second and third. We're going to walk the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Nobody's out, second and third. It's going to be Kevin Bass. Oh, no, actually, Tony Scott. I'm going to bring in Tony Scott to pinch hit. There's no way that the Astros aren't winning this game. Second and third, nobody out. It's a walk-off opportunity here. So we're going to pull Tony Scott. The Astros are starting to have a good team. I can see the names, Phil Garner's on this team now. Kevin Bass. I don't see Scott on here. I may not have him available to me. So I'm going to bring in Kevin Bass to pinch hit with second and third. So Kevin Bass, not Tony Scott. Let me go back. I could use Bass. I could use Scott, but I'm just going to use Bass. They're both switch hitters. I'm not looking at their batting averages. It's early in the season. All right, so second and third. Infield's going to have to be in, but they're going to walk Bass. And it's going to be Bill Doran with the bases loaded. Walk-off opportunity here in the bottom of the 11th inning. It's all tied at 3 apiece. Mets have the infield in, the outfield in. Everybody's in. Do it. And it's a 6. It's a 3 at Lynch. That's a 3, and a 4 is a 19. A 19 is going to be a fly ball. And the outfield was in. So that is going to be on a 6, column 6. And 19 is a deep fly ball. That's going to drop in. It's a single. Ball game's over. Bill Doran wins it. DePino gets the victory. Ed Lynch takes the loss. Terry Poole is the MVP for the day. Let's see what Poole did. Poole 1 for 5 with the home run. I guess they gave him the MVP. I'd say that Bill Doran is the MVP. But Doran went 1 for 6. So Scott went 7 in the third, 8 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. Terrell went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts, gave up a home run. Orozco did well, pitched 2 shutout innings. Sisk gave up a run in 2 innings. Lynch took the loss. And the win's going to go to Filippo. He pitched 2 innings, gave up an earned run. That's about it. New York with 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. The Astros win it, 4 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. And that is classic replay baseball. So it's a fun game. And this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. I hope you enjoyed our presentation of the 1984 season and replay baseball classic version. And just be patient. I walked through some of the issues that I had, so I'm trying to understand different things. The font is kind of small and not easy to read all the time. So I bid you farewell, and I will see you guys soon.